We are back, as promised, with Pat Munsey, Editor-in-Chief of the Kokomo Perspective.
Good morning, Chad. You really like that chief
I
thing,
do.
don't you?
It started with the radio, and it's working its way right into video.
There is nothing chief about me. I'm just an editor. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Welcome to you. Are you having a good day?
I'm having a great day. It's always a great day here at Kokomo Perspective. And they hit the streets, and there's all kinds of information this week.
Yes, but I don't want to talk about that right now.
Yes, you do.
I don't. I want to talk about what I did last night.
Okay, what'd you do last night?
I had a date last night.
You did?
With my daughter, Jade.
Aww.
She is the most beautiful girl. 15. I love her so much.
Very nice.
And it's great when I get to spend time with her. So last night we decided that we were going to go to dinner and a movie.
Uh-huh.
And we went to the Brick House. Have you been there?
No, I have not been there yet.
I tell you what, I like the Brick House. We had burgers. They were really nice. The fries were great.
Next to Hacienda for anybody who wants to know.
That's right. Yes, absolutely. And I think they advertise with us, too, so that's all right. We used to go there when it was the Plate Street Grill.
Sure.
And I liked that, too. Plate Street was good.
Great fried chicken.
Yes, but the Brick House is also good, and so I would recommend that restaurant. We both enjoyed the bacon cheeseburgers and fries, because it's hard to mess those things up. So if you're messing up the cheeseburger and fries, then you're not so good, but they were good. So we enjoyed that.
What movie did you see?
We went and saw Silver Linings Playbook. Have you seen this?
No.
Okay, I had not heard anything about this movie. It came out last August. It's a little romantic comedy. It made it like 2 weeks in the theater. Now it's got 5 Academy Award nominations. It's up for Best Picture. Jennifer Lawrence won for Best Actress. The Screen Actors Guild last Sunday. All right, I'll go see it. Dude, this is a great film.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
You haven't seen it on commercials or anything like that?
No, I hadn't. But it's in re-release for the awards season.
Sure.
So we went and saw it, and seriously, probably a classic film. It's going to be one of those that you'll want to watch.
And what was the name again?
It's called Silver Linings Playbook. It has Bradley Cooper from, that one where they all get...
The Hangover?
Yes, that's the one, yes. Yeah.
That movie I know.
Yes. And then Jennifer Lawrence from Hunger Games.
Sure.
And all that good stuff. And then Robert De Niro. They all put on great performances. It's depressing. It's funny. It's romantic. It's one of these films, and I don't think I've seen too many of these films, that if the ending had been tragic, the film would have worked just as well.
Really?
So just an amazing performance by all the actors, a great storyline. I see why it's been nominated for a Best Picture. I would recommend that everyone go see that before it's out of theaters. It probably won't last.
Go see it now!
Another week. But so that was my evening. I enjoyed that greatly.
And a nice little movie review right there.
Sure, absolutely.
Perfect timing.
So,
I'm sure Jade was thrilled.
She did. She was absolutely. She and I both have watched movies for a long time. We both used to review movies for the newspaper. It was great when she was in kindergarten. Everything got a 10 if she liked it. Everything got a 1 if she didn't.
Sure.
But it was nice to just go back to the theater with my daughter now that she's a little bit older.
So that was the headline of your life
Absolutely.
for yesterday.
The whole week.
Very nice.
I have a lot of things going on in my life that I enjoy right now, but that was
tops.
Stuff, yeah.
And now the exciting part of the Kokomo Perspective, because St. Joe Hospital turns 100.
They do.
And I hinted at it on my little monologue because, honestly, this is a big achievement.
It's more than 99.
It is more than 99. But there's pictures and there's all kinds of stuff in the paper this week.
Yes, we were fortunate enough to announce their upcoming anniversary plans, which are going to roll out slowly over the course of the year. They're going to start with an internal celebration on the 4th, I believe it was, of February. Of course, there's a reason for that. With the flu season the way it is, they want to make sure that everyone is safe and protected. And it's not that there's a lot of flu in the hospital. There's a lot of flu in the community, so they're really trying to protect the patients by saying, we'll hold off for a little bit on the full-blown celebration with the community, and we're just going to do some special things for the employees, a special menu at the commissary the cafeteria.
Cafeteria.
Yeah.
But they're going to celebrate all year long.
All year long, yes. So we've got a little bit of that, and then we did a little bit of history. We've got enough history to do an entire special edition if we wanted.
And I didn't realize they weren't called St. Joseph Hospital.
Good Samaritan Hospital is what they opened up as, but it was the Sister of St. Joseph that started it back 100 years ago now. And it basically in the same place the whole 100 years. They've just rebuilt and expanded.
Kind of grown out a little bit, like many of us have.
So we've got about a half dozen pictures, historical pictures of the building as it looked from beginning to
great aerial shots as well.
Yeah, those were pretty neat. So thanks to St. Joe's for providing us the artwork and cooperating with us on the story. And we're looking forward to another 100 years.
Getting
with
that message
hospital.
out. It really is an interesting story to find out, from the ground stages all the way up to what they do now. And it even talks about how they focus on care. That's always been 100% their goal, is to making sure that, you can treat the disease, you can treat the illness, but it's always the care that goes with it. And that's what they focused on this last 100 years.
And of course, the highlight of the entire 100 years was in 1970, because that's when I was born at St. Joseph Hospital.
At St. Joseph Hospital?
Yes.
I'm sure there's a wing going to be dedicated to you in the next 100 years at least sometime.
Not necessary at all, no.
So let's talk about drainage, because that's really probably a front page story right there.
Yeah, you would think that'd be really boring, and who wants to know about drainage, right? Well, you're going to want to know.
You are going to want to know.
If you own property, you're going to want to know that we've got some drainage issues in the county, and our surveyor, Dave Duncan's going to take care of that. I'm not comfortable crossing my leg. I'm sorry.
Don't do that. That wasn't necessary. But he's got everything under control, and he's actually going to take time and kind of search forward with this.
He and his deputy, Greg Lake, have spent the past year, and they'll continue going forward, reassessing all the properties in Howard County, explaining to people as they go how their property is going to be assessed for a ditch tax. Now, everyone pays a ditch tax or ditch assessment every year for the most part, and sometimes they're shut off if there's enough money in reserve. And so you pay on whatever ditch that you're in, collectively, everyone who uses that ditch, and then that money is used for maintaining it or rebuilding it. But for the last few decades, we've had the assessments at minimal levels, and we haven't been able to do the maintenance work that needs to be done. So we have drainage issues all throughout the county, flooding in people's yards and in farm fields. I mean, you see it. We saw it last spring. We didn't see it through the summer because of the drought, but it's typical to see standing water in a field or in a backyard. And the idea that the surveyor has here is that we want to fix that, on an ongoing and permanent basis. But that's going to take money. So
now, is that all over the county, or is that certain areas of the county?
It's the entire county. They'll be doing it a little bit at a time, because there are, I believe he said, more than 500 miles of drains.
Wow.
In Howard County, and several watersheds. So they're doing it a watershed at a time. The two that just went before the Drainage Board last week would be Robert Euler, which is, I think it's Henry Euler. Henry Euler, which is in the far southwest part of Howard County, and then the Deer Creek watershed, which is in Liberty Township around Greentown.
Oh, wow.
And so these people are being asked to pay a lot more.
A lot more?
Well, the total assessment for Deer Creek last year was $6,000 spread across all of the property owners, so you're paying a really small amount. That's going to go up to $117,000.
Wow.
So that's almost 20 times the amount in increase. Right. And that sounds bad. I mean, oh my gosh, I can't afford that, right? Well, fortunately, there are hundreds of people on that same watershed, so that's spread out by acreage, by land type, by land usage. They created a land usage overlay district so they could better determine how to allocate the burden.
Sure.
So if you have a lot of residential structures, or a lot of structures in general, you're going to pay more because hard surfaces shed water into the drain faster than, say, farmland or wooded areas.
So if I have 3 garages on my 1 acre property,
you're going to pay a little bit more, yeah. You may have, well, and we had an example. There's a gentleman that went up there to remonstrate or protest.
I heard about this, yes. I think you're really going to want to listen to this. This is kind of funny.
Well, now, he was understandably upset because he has 3.5 acres, and he's got farmers next to him that have 50, 60 acres. He's being asked to pay, good morning, he's being asked to pay $200, it was Carol,
We love Carol.
Yeah, $200 a year total in assessment, but the farm that is 50 to 60 acres next to him is nowhere close to that.
Right.
So, and this is going to happen over 5 years, so he'll pay $200 a year over 5 years. That's $1,000. That sounds like a big number, and obviously he's not. It is a big number. Hello again. He's a little upset about that, and so he went up there to protest. And of course, I misunderstood at first. They're talking all these big numbers. Like, yeah, I'd be upset too if they want me to pay $1,000 a year for drainage. Get me the pitchfork. I don't even live here, but I'll protest with you. It turns out, no, it's just the $200 a year.
But $200 is still enough to be upset about. I mean, that's a lot.
Sure. And his argument is, I have a small plot of land, I have a lot of woods, why do I have to pay so much? Well, it turns out he's got a house and 3 or 4 barns and outbuildings, and that raised that price up. So as they're talking about it, he interrupts the presentation. He says, if I burn down my barns, do I have to pay less? And of course, everyone's just kind of awkwardly laughing, like, no, I'm serious.
Yeah, I'm sure they were like,
And they said, well, yeah, if you burn them down, you'll get a discount. So if you see a big bonfire-like thing going on in eastern Howard County,
it's to save money.
The guy is burning down his barns to save money. Yeah, he would go down to maybe 160 instead
now,
of
is that
200,
that really significantly would decrease, or that wouldn't significantly decrease, or?
I got the feeling that it may be dropping down to 150.
Oh, so
it's not.
It may not be worth.
But if you're not, I suppose if you're not using the barns and you need the $50,
in a world of taxes and a world of more money shedding out and things like that.
Sure, it was his idea, and if that's what he wants to do with his property, I suppose. But I think I'd just pay the extra $50.
And keep the buildings?
Sure.
All right. We'll be right back after this break.
I think he was upset that I had a Charlie Brown.
We are back, and Pat Munsey has just been compared to Charlie Brown.
Yeah, I had a Charlie Brown lunchbox when I was a kid. So you missed all kinds of great conversation while
about
we were
the
at break.
Kokomo Toys commercial.
Did you see the commercial?
It totally kind of sparked this nostalgia going on in the room. So we're going to have him come. He just doesn't know it
Todd
yet.
Jordan, Amber Jordan, we want you on this show. We're going to make that happen. You can talk about toys. We'll talk
all
about
kinds of toys.
Chad likes the Thundercats. We'll talk about the Thundercats. We'll talk about Smurfs, G.I. Joe, $6 Million Man, superheroes. If you haven't been over there, he's up there on Morgan Street near US 31.
Mm-hmm. Across from Save-A-Lot.
Nice little store. Man, if you played with toys at all in your childhood, he probably has something that you were interested in at some point.
And it's a cool little store. I can't wait to go check that out. I'd probably come out with one or two items. Sorry, Deanna.
Well, he buys toys too. I'm going to probably sell my collection at some point to him.
Nice.
So make a little money.
Let's go back into the Kokomo perspective, because there's still a lot of other things that we need to talk about.
Sure. The city of Kokomo, and I need to keep my energy up, I'm told. So the city of Kokomo
Bum, bum, bum.
just opened a new gymnasium in their wellness center for their employees.
Yep.
It has a walking track and plenty of exercise machines, so hopefully the employees of the city of Kokomo will go out there and give it a try and enjoy, free membership in their own private health club.
And the idea is to get fit and to stay fit, right?
Yes, because we are poster children for staying fit.
This is what's not to do.
Yeah, probably here too. So I could use a personal gym like that. That'd be great.
That would be great.
I'm not a city employee, so I cannot use that facility.
But they offer trails, they offer parks, and all kinds of things for the city to
True.
use.
And, I do have a YMCA membership that I don't use nearly
We
enough.
love the Y.
I do. You go? Do you go?
I do.
You used to Zumba at the Y, did
occasion.
you not?
Mm-hmm.
I never
Zumba.
Zumba'd.
And we're going to get in all kinds of segments for the YMCA, and Zumba is definitely going to be one of them.
Okay, I will not be here for that part because
You can come with me. I'd let you borrow my...
I don't want to wear your little skirt with the little bells. I'm not going
It helps.
to shake my tuchus. Nope, I'm not going to do it. But the YMCA has a lot of other things that are fun, like racquetball.
Yes.
I like to play racquetball.
Basketball.
Swimming.
Yep.
So.
You name it. So what else is in the perspective this week? Because it's filled with a lot of great stories, great articles, great pictures.
Well, we talked about St. Joseph's anniversary. There's another anniversary taking place on February 3rd, which would be the 10th anniversary of Community First Bank. Mike Stiegel, the president, used to be with First National Bank, and they saw an opportunity to create their own bank, and a lot of guys here with a little money got together and put in about $12 million collectively and opened the bank, and 10 years later they have almost $200 million in deposits, and they're a pretty successful little organization.
And one thing that is really nice about them, it is local people helping local people. They want to focus on community. It's in their name. It's what they do.
Absolutely. They have scholarship programs. They give out scholarships every year. Good morning! Hey, I like having this window open. We'll just stop right here. We need to put a camera out there so you can see. I don't even know who that was, but stop by and say hi to me in the window. I'll stop the show for that. Anyway, they have scholarship programs.
They do.
They just gave $15,000 to the IUK Wellness Center.
They've got travel. They actually take.
Oh yeah, Travel Club. That's right.
Yeah.
And I understand they've got an announcement regarding the YMCA coming up very soon. That they are going to actually support the construction of the new facility. I'm down too low again. I need to get that energy up!
Because the YMCA, a building project like that, is pretty exciting. But again, if you don't know, their philanthropy is amazing. This is one thing that they can do. They are the top, so they get to decide what programs and what projects that they involve themselves in. and they're very community-minded. Again, it's in their name, it's what they do.
And that goes for all their professional things that they do. So if you're looking for a loan, the people right there in that building are going to make the decision on your loan right then while you're asking.
And again, you see all these same people shopping. You see all these same people at your church. You see all these same people at the games. They're right here. They make the decisions.
And I think they're going to be on the air with you tomorrow. I think so.
I think
you'll get to hear a little bit more about them. And hey, by the way, Mike, I'm going to need a car loan really soon. So you're going to see me, I don't know, around about April, yeah.
Jade is...
No, she's not watching, but her 16th birthday is coming up, and of course, what wouldn't be a great gift other than a car? So
very nice.
All this energy, I'm spent, Chad.
I know you are, but I appreciate you coming in, and there's some great photos from the Mid-Indiana Conference for swimming.
Oh yeah, sports. We never talk about our sports. There are some great stories coming up in our sports. We have Randy Hugler as our new sports reporter, and he's doing some great work here in the community, and I think you're going to enjoy the stories that he brings to you. And yeah, we have some pictures from the MIC swim meet. We have some pictures from Western girls basketball and some middle school Kokomo basketball girls this week. And I think next week we're going to see some wrestling. So if you've got a kid that's wrestling, I understand there's a kid over there at Kokomo that's undefeated, 40-0 going to the regionals this week. So I think we're going to try to hook up with him.
And it's up on our website. It's up on our Facebook page. So it's great scrapbook items right there.
Yeah, the sports stuff is up there right now at kokomoperspective.com. Make sure to go on there. Hey, if you like those pictures, they're yours. Right-click them and save them to your drive. We don't care. We don't take ownership. That's stuff for the community. So you don't have to pay a fee. Just go ahead and take what you need there. And we're more than happy to share that with you guys.
Or maybe even stop by if you're having a little bit of trouble. We'll be glad to walk you through it or help you out. So thank you, Pat, for stopping by today.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you next week.